Sweet dreams. Sleep tight. We've all said that soothingly as we've tucked our kids into bed night after night after night. But many kids don't have sweet dreams. They snore loudly, restlessly tossing back and forth. They struggle for breath, even stop breathing for short periods. Sometimes they wake up during the night gasping for air. When you breathe, air travels down your throat, through your windpipe, and into your lungs. The narrowest part of that pathway is in the back of your throat. During sleep, our muscles relax. The muscles in our throat, however, maintain some tone to hold our airway open for us to breathe. For some children, these muscles relax too much. This can cause the airway to narrow, which often results in snoring. This often leads to a drop in oxygen levels. For some children, the throat closes so much that enough air cannot get through to the lungs. When this happens, the brain sends an alarm to open the airway, which can cause you to wake up. After the brief wake-up, the muscles start working to hold the throat open. Air moves through the airway again, and the brain goes back to sleep. This repetitive sleep-wake cycle is a very unhealthy sleep pattern for children and can cause excessive daytime sleepiness, difficulty with concentration, poor attention span, poor performance at school, and behavioral issues. This condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. OSA affects 2 to 3% of children nationwide, but it is much more common in overweight children. A sleep study is performed to determine whether or not the child has sleep apnea. There are 2 types of positive pressure used to treat obstructive sleep apnea. CPAP, which stands for Continuous Positive Airway Pressure, is a treatment option for sleep apnea, and BPAP, which stands for Bilevel Positive Airway Pressure. For this video, we will focus on CPAP. A machine at your bedside delivers air into your airway, creating a continuous stream of pressure as you sleep. The pressure of the air keeps your throat open. This often ends the cycle of restless sleep and snoring. The CPAP machine does not breathe for you. You continue to breathe in and out normally on your own. Children of all ages can benefit from CPAP. There are a variety of different types of masks that can be used to administer the airflow into the airway. Most people use a nasal mask or a nasal pillow. In some cases, a full face mask may be used. The next step in getting started on CPAP is to have a CPAP titration study in the sleep lab. The purpose of the titration study is to find the optimal settings for you so you can get the best quality of sleep. The titration sleep study is exactly the same as your first study, except you will use CPAP when you sleep. We have a CPAP unit in the sleep lab that you will be using for the study. We have several different styles of CPAP masks in the lab. We can use any style mask during the sleep study. If you start using CPAP at home prior to your sleep study, you will only need to bring your CPAP mask and tubing with you. The results of the CPAP study will determine what the best pressures are for you. Now that you have had your study completed, here is what happens next. You will choose a home care company that will provide you with your CPAP equipment. When you receive your equipment, have your child begin practicing or getting used to the mask by putting it on for small amounts of time. Here are a few tips for getting used to your CPAP machine. Step 1. Get used to the mask. Practice wearing the mask 30 minutes a day while doing something fun. Engage your child in a calming activity before bed. Fall asleep with the mask. Remove the mask once the child is asleep. Remember, this is only a practice session to help your child get used to the mask. Step 2. Get used to some air pressure by letting the air touch your child's hands and hair. Hold the mask over their nose, no headgear, and turn the air on for a few seconds or minutes, gradually increasing time with practice. Step 3. Use PAP and wear the mask all night. Consistency is the key to success. The sleep study contains a lot of important information, and you will need a follow-up visit with your doctor to review the sleep study results. Many times, families are unsure of who to call if they have questions. For questions about your machine, tubing, or mask, please call your home care company. Each machine should come with a sticker placed on the side with your home care company's phone number. If your child is not feeling well, we recommend that you call your pediatrician or primary care provider. If your child needs to be seen for a clinic visit, or you have questions related to sleep or CPAP issues such as mask refusal, sinus congestion, dry nose, skin rash or irritation on the face, or your child is unable to fall asleep with the mask on, please call the nurse line at 513-636-6771. And remember, we are here to help and support you on your CPAP journey.